Everyone, it is the Vibe Target coming to you with another video of the day. This one I posted the thumbnail in the community tab a while back. I do have a Discord app. I'm not gonna lie to you. But here's the thing, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I kind of forget to use it. So yeah, no. I do have a Discord. Edo room 18 only. You know what if Edo means. Yeah, see, like, seriously, I, like, forgot I had this. I barely use it, but, I mean, it's one way someone could talk to me and text me, I guess, but if I remember to actually look at my phone. Because now, I've always had a tendency to kind of not always respond as fast as I probably could, because my mind is elsewhere, so, music's playing and my mind is focused elsewhere. But let's kind of just go with what this one is. Oops, not one. Now, Naruto having wave motion. Now, in this timeline, it's not going to work on consumption of chakra. No, this is just something like a quirk. It just uses stamina. Since, if Naruto doesn't have access to his chakra, like if there's a chakra suppressant seal on him, that doesn't mean he can't use wave motion, the spiral waves. He could still use Hado blasts, and, eventually he does find a way to combine Hado with Chakra, and that's how we get his Kido. This is also another way of how I could have Naruto use bleach spells in it. Now, that means the nature elements are mixed into his wave motions, right? Yes. So if he chooses just to blast wind chakra into, the spiral waves, they get cutting power, and it kind of becomes a drill bit if Naruto focuses it. If he uses water, he could pressurize it, condense it down, make it smaller and smaller, and then after it's launched out, move it around like a water bender. And that's the only benefit that water has. Lightning one, the spiral charges are faster, and they would electrocute people, and, if lightning comes at him, he could charge his hand with the spiral motion. He'll act like a lightning rod. He'll catch the lightning and then be able to launch it back with just a regular wave motion, not actually needing to add any more nature chakra to it, so it doesn't waste his chakra. So lightning gets that added, thunder rod ability. Fire ones get the flames, but the more he focuses with fire chakra, the brighter the flames, the more they'll change. So, they are like red flames the first time he adds chakra nature to it. Now, this means they do shoot out like how Nejiris do, like yellow beams, just naturally. So when he adds nature chakra, the element changes the thing. But when he did the wind nature chakra, which, it becomes invisible. I forgot to mention that one. It's just like a straight wind blast that they can't really see. Now, the only thing is missing is Earth, but Earth nature chakra, I couldn't really think of a way to incorporate it like this. So, to save myself a headache, because, that's also one of the things that, like, I just made it where he just made it denser, but I'm like, nah, fuck all that noise. Just remove the Earth nature chakra and let him obtain it through some other methods. The song is Slow Down by Zdead and Jenna Pimkowski, I think? I said it wrong like a motherfucker, I know I did. But I do love the song. If I want to just find you, would you remember? If I could remind you. This song reminds me of some people, and it's like good bad, but not bad good. Which means, it's bad for a good reason, but this is good for a bad reason. The goodness is the bad reason would be it makes me be and remember my past emotions, so it doesn't let me abandon my shit, which, sometimes I wish I could, but that's not, important. Instead, back to the what if, as, Naruto has 4 nature chakras and wave motion. So, how this works is when Naruto is about 4 years old, his power activates, the wave motion. Due to most kids in My Hero Academia activating their quirk around that age, I feel like it'd be the most easiest one. True, but my personal, I won't read it now. It continues on. Anyway, I'll read it later. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, he's it. Yeah, dude. I don't know what it is. I think it's probably for the Gaara Naruto ship. Which, yeah, if y'all don't know, this is just our favorite thumbnails. This photo right lower here. I posted this and I'm like, maybe. So I'll use it. Oh, this is another one that it's in the process of works. I have other things. Don't worry. Where is it? Right here. Now, back to the what if. As like I was saying, Naruto, he's 4 years old. He launches the wave motion blast. Unintentionally. It's when someone threw a rock at him. He would raise up his hand and then just, his body would send out a burst of energy. It would be in a spiraling motion. I'm keeping it where it spirals because the Uzumaki thing. So why not? So yeah, the blast blocks the rock and then shoots it right back at the person. It even gave the rock more momentum. The energy beam would still be launching forward too, so double impact, person gets knocked out. Naruto is just like, what the? Runs away because he's thinking he's in trouble. One person saw this and, instantly, body flickers and appears right in front of Naruto. Naruto bumps into him, falls down on his butt. He's just terrified because he's just like, oh no, oh no, oh no. He sees this man with a cane, a bandaged arm, bandages on his face, an X scar on his chin, as he asks the boy, what was that just now? Naruto's just like, I don't know. I just lifted up my arm and then something happened and I felt this energy leave my body and, Danzo's just like, relax, 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 boy. He bops Naruto on the head with his cane, telling him to calm down and breathe. And, Danzo's not here to get him in trouble. He's just, curious on what that was. He's never seen anything like that. Especially because, if it was chakra, it shouldn't be visible. And if it was chakra, why was it yellow instead of blue? Naruto yet again is just like, we time skip 2 weeks. Danzo, has not taken Naruto fully into Root, but has sent Root agents to, bring Danzo to him. This is Stardust presented in Twin Shadows. I love this song so much, by the way. As this day continues, not day, but as the time passes with Naruto going to Danzo and into the Root hideout, Danzo would see Naruto shooting out more and more of these blasts. Sure enough, people who could sense chakra would explain, whatever he's launching out doesn't have chakra, but it does pack a solid punch, though. It roughly rivals the punch of a Chunin, which surprises everyone. In Naruto, he realizes he could put in more energy, charge up more, bigger bolts, same thing. Danzo would notice this, and, for the next 2 months, in secrecy, of course, because this Danzo tells Naruto that, this power, the art of deception is a shinobi's true skill, its true nature. And what you have is pretty much another ace that he's not seen anywhere in the Leaf Village, or anywhere in general. He thinks maybe the Uzumaki has something to do with this. And that's actually what they do tell Naruto. Danzo, because this is what he thinks. Kushina's bloodline. Something must have changed. Her ability to shoot out yellow chains seemingly must have mutated with Naruto somehow. Now he could just launch out these energy spiral blasts. It's the closest thing that Danzo has because he has no idea quirks exist. No one does. Now, that's not what this is, but, that doesn't explain why there's no chakra. So Danzo's just like, there's still answers we don't have. It's because they don't know. But the rest of us who are watching, and me who created this, do know. Now, here's where things are going to be a little bit more interesting. You see, in this timeline, we're going to do something really quick. Shukaku was not sealed within the Femme Gaara, who, just for simplicity, would still be called Gaara. As, Gaara just grows up to be a regular redheaded girl who has her father's, magnet style, who can manipulate sand. When it comes to Shukaku, Raza just has it sealed away, and, well, come time invasion, they're just planning to summon the raccoon rather than just, let it wreck. They're thinking, okay, summon the raccoon, unseal it in the Leaf Village, let it destroy shit until it's tired out. After that, then we seal it within you, Gaara. Gaara would nod and blah, 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 blah. That's how the Sans plan, and, Orochimaru's just like, I shall perform the sealing jutsu. Now, that's how that's gonna go. He also decides to give a gift to someone who was lacking in physical strength, since in this timeline, Tamari's wind style, very good, and so is Gaara's, and Kankuro, who uses puppets, was lacking physical strength. So, Orochimaru offers a curse mark, explains it, shows up, his sound form, and says, if you give me some of Kankuro's blood now, I can specify it specifically for him. 100% compatibility. They do so because Kankuro's willing. Curse mark later, Kankuro, when he accesses stage 1, gets the 5 times physical boost, which, yeah, for him and his puppets, it's kind of like last resort. He will mostly use his chakra for his puppets, and then if that all else fails, and they get close, this is where Kankuro spreads the curse mark and decides to just mop the floor with their face and use their clothes as, a drying rag. Now, this is where things are gonna broken. I try to fix this, but I think I lost again. I fucked it up, but I have not heard the song in a minute. The song's sad as fuck though too. Pause so I can skip this. I am back, and we're Another Life by Motionless in White. And we're good. We're good. Songs are, at the moment working well for what I have planned, and if not, I can just readjust. So, back to the what if. Like I said, Orochimaru gives Kankuro a curse mark that helps him mollywop people when they get passed through the puppets, or if his puppets get destroyed. That being said, some shit happens back in the Hidden Leaf. You see, during this time with Naruto training under Danzo, something specific happens. Something that, because Danzo was so focused with training Naruto, the event doesn't happen. And I do this a lot in my what ifs, so, just because. And only because, not because I like Sasuke. Nah, I just didn't like the fact that they made Itachi kill his whole family if he loved them so much. He loves his mom, his dad, his brother. He loved them, and in order to save his brother, who truly knew nothing about this, he decides to wipe out everything. Nah, I don't want to do Itachi dirty. Y'all think it's because I care about Sasuke? To be honest, no, if you want, fuck it. I'm still gonna let Orochimaru molest him. Just because y'all thought I liked Sasuke. Fuck y'all. In this timeline, the Uchiha Massacre does not happen, and Itachi is able to team up with Shisui to, Shisui or Shushui? It's because I confuse it with the sword from Zoro. Damn it. Both are badasses. Anyway, back to the timeline. They were able to convince them to stop their coup. Kototsukami wins it for the day. And, well, shit happens. Time passes on. And, well, no Uchiha Massacre. So Sasuke, he's put in a clan marriage with, the Yamanaka clan. So Sasuke, yeah. Now, continuing on. You see, Naruto, in this timeline, he never would have been able to save, Hinata in this. So, it actually goes to Kiba. Kiba saves Hinata, and they actually are, pretty cool. Hinata was able to calm and, make Kiba more of a tamed mutt, handles the leash, and Hinata's more forward and has more of a voice now thanks to Kiba. It also helps the fact that, Akamaru pretty much is their child together, so, yeah. And as soon as Akamaru came into their thing, they're both like parents in their mind. So their relationship, good shit. Ino, who won the Sasuke fan club, it was just like, I am the queen bitch. Oh, Sakura kinda is left out, so, hey. And since Naruto never got to see Sakura in this timeline as much as often, he also never develops the crush for her, so don't worry. I bet some of y'all thinking, no, you better not. I just kind of said it's gonna be, Femgara, so fuck it, why not? Just chill the fuck out. Now, here's where things are gonna change. As time progressed, Danzo, who would have, trained Naruto to know his four nature chakras, which Danzo was just like, four of them? Fuck! You know, it cuts into three strips, one burned, one crimped, and the other one was damp, so he was just like, the Ninetales brat is amazing! He's just like, if I can just have Naruto serve under me. But here's the thing, it even happened with the root agents too. Slowly but surely, Naruto's positivity, and not just that, but Naruto's also very different in this timeline. He's not like, he understands that he is the Ninetales, and so people will hate him. But you know what? Fuck it. Here's the thing. Whether they like it or not, when Naruto gains full control of the power, they will respect him. Any form of disrespect to Konoha's weapon is pretty much disrespecting Konoha, and he would not stand for that, thus promptly executing them. Danzo, who was surprised at this answer, didn't really argue. He was just like, you know what? I like it. Yes. So, as time changed through most of this timeline, Naruto didn't really practice hand signs and jutsus, rather taijutsu, kenjutsu, sealings, and, well, his wave motions. After he learned the max output and that he could fly using this, he realized if he adds a little bit of wind chakra, it's invisible and it adds cutting ability. Not only that, but it could also be like a wall of pure wind. Sure enough, when they both came with this to Hiruzen about Naruto having some sort of unique ability, something that Danzo saw one day, and, because Danzo had wind style, they're making it seem where Naruto's wave motions are shooting out chakra. So, Naruto would shoot out a fire spiral beam, a watered spiral beam, a lightning one, and a wind one. They'd be surprised, and Hiruzen's just like, what is this? Danzo's just like, my theory is, Naruto seemingly had mutated his mother's chains. Kushina, who could just freely shoot out her chains, might have, not fully developed the chain aspect, but being able to shoot out your chakra since the chains were made out of chakra. Naruto just could shoot out elemental chakra. Hiruzen's just like, complicated as fuck. And then Hiruzen says something that Danzo and Naruto didn't think about. Have you ever tried, using two elements at once? And Naruto's just like, no. He coats one hand with the flames and one hand with the lightning. He's just like, he can do two simultaneously, one in each hand, but, he's never let two different voltages of chakra run in one. He smiles as he actually does thank Lord Third Hokage, for granting him this new path of power. Which they're like, huh? Naruto sticks his hand out the window. He cups them over one another. And then he starts focusing. Soon, there's static and wind just focusing and building up around Naruto. A light blue energy is formed in his palms, swirling. They see it too. Now, Naruto is adding all of the nature chakras he can, rather than just do two. He's just like, fuck it, all out, charge it all, focus everything you can, and then launch it forward. So Naruto focuses fire, wind, water, and lightning, all into this spiraling little vortex in his palms. He takes a deep breath in as then he just shoots it out like a giant vortex Kamehameha wave of four nature elements just swirling through. The whole sky is ripped apart. Clouds are being sucked in and destroyed, warped too. Rainbows are shooting out of it too, which is surprising everyone. They're all seeing it like it come from the source of the Hokage's office. Eventually, as it all fades, there is skies, rainbows, clouds, vortex around them. They're all in awe at this massive display of chakra. They look up and they see, the demon fox Naruto. He smiles as then his eyes roll in the back of his head. He falls, and he falls forward. Danzo and Hiruzen were just like, shit! They didn't expect that, so they weren't ready for Naruto to fall forward. They all see Naruto just like, fall forward. He's falling, he's falling, he's falling. But just before anyone could jump, he stops. He flips midair, and he's standing in the air. He starts flying upwards. They're all seeing Naruto fly. He's panting a little bit as he's saying, I, Naruto Uzumaki. That is my jutsu. I will use it to destroy Konoha's enemies and to protect this village. I know I am the Nine-Tailed Fox, but this power is my own. Let this be a lesson to all who doubt me. I will. He's breathing heavy, so just a second. Because, as I'm doing it, my mouth got dry. He's just like, make no mistake. While I am the sword that cuts down scum that threaten the peace of Konoha, I will cut down any and all leaf villagers who dare badmouth the Hokage, the village, or any of its ninjas. Civilians must understand this one rule. This is a ninja village. Be thankful that you live here. As Naruto just kind of casually floats back up and then just walks into the Hokage's office through the window. Everyone's just like, Nani? What is going on? They were all surprised at what Naruto could do. None of them expected such power. There were some ninjas who were just like clapping for Naruto. You have those who actually were friends with Minato and Kushina were just like, yeah, there we go, Naruto, tell them that's up. As then they're like, okay, what the fuck was that though? So, they're all rushing over, council meeting, clan heads, civilian council, all that. And, well, this is what surprises everyone. The hatred is slightly going both towards Hiruzen and Danzo, for one particular thing. And in case you're wondering what that could be, is that they hid the fact that, Naruto was Minato's son. Literally everyone, in this meeting, because they wanted to know, what is up with this jutsu? At this point, no time like the present, does Danzo admit, yeah, he has the Nine Tails, not only that, his mom and dad were so-and-so. Hiruzen would be like, what are you doing? This is for the benefit of the village. Believe in my judgment. Hiruzen's just like, you do realize that this is a crime punishable by death. Then they're all like, but why? They're like, why would you not tell us that, that is actually the fourth Hokage's son? A lot of them are like, yeah, they're flipping 180, but then it's also because they didn't realize, just who they were hating. They do feel like shit, and there is remorse. And, there are some who are denying this, but there are those who are just like, we were so fucking stupid. Oh my god, and bro, they're like thinking, just remove the whisker marks. Or just add whisker marks to Minato's face. They're all like, just like, damn it all to hell. They're all thinking like, oh god. Each of them are just like, Naruto had the power to just blast them into oblivion. They're going to be apologizing very soon. So, soon enough, they're like, so, Are you saying this is the power of the Uzumaki clan? Danzo and Hiruzen are just like, we technically don't know. Danzo admits that there is something different. This is when Naruto's adding chakra. Hiruzen looks at Danzo just like, hey, hold up, motherfucker. You said you found him when he was using this, right? What do you mean he's adding chakra to this? You saying he can do this without chakra? So what the fuck is this? Danzo's just like, you must be getting old, man. Or maybe I'm old. We're both just too old for these jobs. Danzo's trying to play it off like he's just like, oh fuck, I got caught. Nah. This is when Naruto finally, who kind of breaks in. They try to keep him away, but you can't keep Naruto out of seals. Now, Naruto enters, he bursts in, he straight up tells them, this technique of his. He, in his palm, creates a spiral little energy beam, and he's saying this is the original without any chakra. He tells the Hyuga clan head, Hayashi, to use his Byakugan and look at his right palm. Does he see chakra? He does. Sees nothing. Naruto adds wind chakra, it becomes invisible, but Hayashi can see, the vortex of wind and its cutting capability. He's just like, dear God. It's like he's holding a blade of storm. A tornado of blades. Fucking hell. Just like the cutting potential. He then switches it as it erupts into blue flames, which everyone's surprised because they're like, I thought fire was supposed to be red. Naruto admits, yeah, but this is what happens when he's adding two of them. What do you mean two of them? He took Hiruzen's advice. He decided to, mix two, so he found out something. He thought the flames would become more wild and out of control, but no. So it turns out, as he fuses wind and fire, the wind condenses the flames get bigger, merge into the energy beams, and, well, since the flames are more and it's just condensing down, they change into a different color, becoming blue. Naruto admits that, oh yeah, now they're like at least 5 times hotter. He's actually admits, does anyone have an issue with him right now? So he can, show them that he's 100% with this, I'm a weapon for the leaf, and if you doubt me, you don't belong here. So everyone shuts the fuck up. This is Chop Suey by Holocene, Lauren Babbitt, and Violet Orlandi, and I fucking love the cover so much. I cry when angels deserve to die. Nene? Film Kurama. Nah. Anyway, back to the what if. You see, this entire time, Kurama couldn't have fucked with Naruto's wave motion, and it didn't really require a lot of nature chakra for Naruto to use for, him to use the actual wave motions. Sure enough, there's an actual question that was asked by the Nara clan, Shikaku. And he asked, which, yeah, I just realized they're Shikaku the one-toed beast and Shikaku the Nara clan head. Really weird. And I really thought they had different names. Like Shikaku or something. I don't know. Nah. I guess I was just insane. Back to the what if. As like I was saying, Naruto in this timeline admits that at the moment he has no contact with the Nine Tails. And yeah. This is where things get interesting. They ask, what if you add the Nine Tails power to it? Naruto admits that, well, it does sound appealing. He doesn't trust it yet. He refers to the Nine Tails as it at the moment, which the Nine Tails is growling at him in his cage. Naruto explains it's made out of chakra, energy. And Naruto's just like, it has so much energy that it became matter itself. And it thinks of itself as a person. Now, when I can beat it and tame all that chakra for my own, I'll let you know. Requiem Arena. Yes, this is the Hunter x Hunter one. Now, time progresses. You know, Academy days go forward, and while Rookie of the Year would still be Sasuke, it's only because academics he beats Naruto. Only because Naruto, you know, what they're teaching is not what he learned by Danzo. Danzo taught him the underbelly ninja world, gratuity, and just overall, fuck everything up. Naruto in this timeline, to prove his allegiance to the Leaf, um, was the one who killed Mitsuki after they caught him finding the scroll of sealing. And Mitsuki begged and pleaded for Naruto because he respected Naruto. Naruto, come on, you can't do me dirty like this. We're friends. You know, they're trying, and, well, Naruto's just like, I'm friends with no traitor. He pulled back his fist, as what surprises everyone, the lightning that swirled around Naruto's arm was purple lightning, as then he stabbed his hand forward through his chest, as Naruto saying, Shiden. He removes his hand. Everyone thought Naruto was about to use the wave motion technique. But Naruto admits, after finding out the raw amount potential of his chakra, the motions of hand signs, he decided to evolve his game a bit more. So, by evolving his game, he found out about some jutsu that Kakashi Hatake of the Sharingan created, and, well, it was a really good jutsu. So good, in fact, that Naruto decided that, maybe he should make a version of it that would work for someone who doesn't have power of the Sharingan. This would be Shiden. Now, everyone who sees Naruto who created this, even Kakashi was surprised because he heard about this. There we go. Down, 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 down. Garu's theme. Now, back to the what if. As Naruto fights, and, no one was able to beat him in Taijutsu, but Rookie of the Year for overall score was Sasuke, and something is different here. You see, Naruto, who, he decides to give more information about the jutsus that he's starting to spin off. Because he knows some jutsus work because of some bloodlines, he realizes that, to weaponize these jutsus, it's better. So, Naruto weaponized the Chidori in a mainstream method, making Shiden, the purple lightning technique, which Kakashi is just like, okay, that's really smart. I'm gonna take that jutsu. Naruto's just like, it technically still is your jutsu. Kakashi's just like, smart mouth. Anyway, Team 7 is slightly different this timeline, mostly because Danzo is just like, I don't want Naruto in your team. What do you mean? I want Naruto on a separate team, on a one-man squad. But he's a Genin, I am aware. I want to be his sensei. Danzo, you're crazy. I am aware, but I also train Naruto the most. And if you think I will just let someone else take my hard work and just tweak it however they see fit, you are wrong. Naruto also would actually kind of agree with this, as he believes Danzo to be a better teacher than what most, people he's met. Now, in replace for Naruto in Team 7, we would still have someone. Now, this someone was, relatively surprised that they actually made it. Now, they are technically graduating early, and just by 2 years. So, he is 11, and I'm aging him up from the canon too. But he had very efficient fire jutsu and wind jutsu. His fire jutsu, would keep Uchiha proud, if he, had the Sharingan, he could pretty much pass off for a low-level Uchiha, but until then, low-level Uchiha and him, even. But that's just because he's 11. So, Konohamaru Sabatori is, filling in for Naruto. In this timeline, he's older and, he actually does use the Burning Ash and the Wind Blades. He actually does combine the Wind and Flames more. He would use Wind Bullets and Sasuke's Fireball Jutsus to make more bigger booms. Sakura's Genjutsus, which she was quick to, say, like, at least make an opening with your Genjutsus or something. A weapon, Jutsus, what the fuck are you good at? Chakra control. Alright then, learn what uses good chakra control. Sure enough, it would be both Genjutsu and Medical Ninjutsu. Which, it was kind of surprising for Sakura to be the first of the Rookie 12 to start utilizing Medical Ninjutsu, but because Konohamaru Sarutobi is just one of those, like, nah, you gotta do your shit now. You might not be on the same team as your precious Sasuke, but he is set to marry some other bitch. So, outstage the other bitch and learn other jutsus. She's gonna be learning her clan secrets. What do you got? Nothing. Focus on something. No, focus on two things. Because you have nothing. And, Sakura was kind of hurt because this is a child telling her and roasting her right now. But, ultimately, it would be best for her, and, yeah. Now, Naruto, who is his own one-man squad, would continue to do D-rank missions and C-rank missions. Now, Naruto, who's trained by Danzo, is really, really fucking just OP as fuck. Do you satisfy the rage? True shit. A week after I heard this song, I found Anime King on YouTube, and he had this in his intro, and I'm like, yo, this man, I can fuck with. And from there, I've just been a giant fan of his. So yeah, as time progressed and Naruto, does his missions, he would come to the Hokage's office. He's turning in the latest C-rank mission that he did. A simple, taking out a few bandits. Naruto really does take advantage of the fact that his wind huddle blasts are just invisible. So unless you have a sensory type ninja, you're fucked. So, and these are just bandits. So chances of them having a sensor, very low. So, they get massacred and just killed very instantly. Now, Naruto walks in to see Konohamaru, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi with this drunken old man who's complaining about, how are they supposed to protect him if there's a fucking child there? Naruto, who's just like, Lord Hokage, he bows. Everyone looks at him. Hiruzen's just like, Naruto, sorry. Have you finished your mission? Yes. Here's the mission report. He tosses the scroll to Hiruzen. Hiruzen thanks Naruto. As, before Naruto could leave, Hiruzen asked Naruto, would you mind, since you are your own one-man team, which, Sasuke still gets kind of, pissy about because, he wants to argue on why he should also be on his own, one-man team, but when both Itachi and Fukaku told told Sasuke the blast that Naruto made, even Sasuke was just like, fuck, I barely could shoot out a fucking fireball. What you mean he launches a tornado vortex of chakras? That's what he do. But that doesn't... man. Sasuke. He is a freak of nature. We must train. So they trained. Now how... Back to this. Back to the Hokage office. You see, Tazuna, who's still somewhat drunk, is just like, what? What do you mean he's his own man team? Naruto actually just starts to fly in front of Tazuna, and Tazuna's eyes wide, and he's just like, he could fly. Naruto's just like, yes, drunkie, I can fly. Naruto also starts to cackle with purple lightning in his hand, which Sasuke is just like, what is that jutsu? Kakashi's just like, damn it, Naruto. Naruto's just like, and then I could do this, as then, you know, his one purple lightning hand sticks out towards the open window. Hokage's just like, Naruto, as, Naruto using the Shiden, then says, Wind Style, Tenran. As then from his hand, a giant vortex of wind shoots out. But because of the purple lightning also is wrapping around this wind jutsu, as it quickly shoots out from the Hokage's office. Everyone was just like in awe that Naruto could launch something like that on top of another jutsu. Naruto is just like, there is so much more that I could do. So, as his hand starts to cackle with more electricity, he looks at Hiruzen saying, is my mission to eliminate this drunken old bastard. Tazano sweat drops as he's just like, this boy could probably do that. Hiruzen's just like, no. Just go with them on this escort mission. For this mission, Kakashi would be your son's, captain, so do what he says. Naruto would nod as he's not really going to argue, and Danzo's just like, hey, go to do the missions that go do the missions that Hiruzen tells you to do. Do your mission reports. Come to me before you leave your missions. Accept any and all missions. Any and all. So, any and all means accepting this one. So, Naruto would be going. He tells Danzo where he's going. Danzo nods. And, he's conflicted. He realizes that he seemingly had developed emotions for Naruto. He cares about Naruto legitimately. Like, he's worried for Naruto. And he's just like, at least Kakashi is there. And that Uchiha, who's been trained by the other ones. Danzo even thinks back how it was strange how, they used to show signs of being kind of sus, but sure enough, they changed, they got better. Then, one day, Naruto launches off that giant blue fuck-off blast, and then nobody really been causing trouble in the Leaf Village. You see, in this timeline, because Naruto is, to say the very least, broken as shit with his powers, no one really is gonna fuck with him. So, Land of Waves arc, it happens very differently. Especially because Naruto is in the sky, literally flying in front of everyone, and they're annoyed. Sasuke would have asked, and I do mean asked Naruto, what was that weird purple lightning jutsu? Because remember, his sibling Itachi is here, and Itachi would humble that boy. Excuse me, real quick. So, Naruto explains it's the Shiden technique that he developed off of Kakashi's original lightning blade. He pretty much saying, if you want the hand signs, it's this, but if you don't have lightning chakra, you're gonna have to try really hard. But, don't invest too much time into it. Sasuke would be annoyed when he says why. He admits, because you're an Uchiha. Once your Sharingan awakens, you should just go to Kakashi for the actual jutsu he has. Mine is for those who can't keep up with the speed that the Chidori actually uses. The raw power that is supposed to be paired with the Sharingan eye. Kakashi, is just like, Naruto, stop talking. As, Sasuke's just like, so how could he do it then? And he's just like, he invented the jutsu. He has some ways around it. And, I'm not gonna lie, I do love this song. Both. It's weird. Hold up. Pause. We're back. Now, as I was saying, in this timeline, because Naruto's abilities are very different, he was able to, catch the Demon Brothers with a simple vortex from the sky and just knock him out. Naruto... Oh, wait, real quick. Rewinding just a few seconds. Happy 420. Naruto told Sasuke that if he wants the Shiden, he can teach it to him, but, Just hold out. Just hold out, actually. When your Sharingan awakens, you can learn an even more better jutsu that I can't teach you. And I won't be able to use it because I don't have a Sharingan. Naruto worded it just perfectly that Sasuke's ego is just like, you're right. Alright, then keep your purple lightning. Naruto's just like, yeah, don't forget, I also have other shit too. Sasuke's just like, what? Naruto would float back into the sky, and then the Demon Brothers would get wiped out. No, later on, Zabuza, he throws his giant executioner blade. It gets blasted out of the way, the mist. And because Naruto's up in the sky, the ninjas weren't actually expecting a guy to actually be up in the sky. Like, Naruto was higher than just, canopy tree. No, he was up in the clouds, just bird's eye view. Now, they came in. They rushed. Through a communicator, Naruto was able to tell them, two people. One with high tuning chakra and one with not high, but mid jonin chakra. As Tazuna's just like, I'm so sorry. Not Izuku, my bad. Naruto would have to tell them to tell Tazuna that, like, if he's really sorry, then, he could offer his daughter as a joke. And, Tazuna's just like, I hate you so much, boy. Because he's actually contemplating. I got like, this boy is literally doing more than what I could afford. Would my daughter be down? No, I could do no such thing. Back to the what if. As, Naruto blasts Zabuza's sword down, Zabuza would appear catching it. It's just like, what the fuck? Where is the other? Naruto would then appear behind Haku. A palm strike right to his spine, as a discharge of electricity and wind shoots through his chest, tunneling through, creating a small vortex, shooting out, passing right behind Zabuza's head. Naruto would casually just be walking in wearing Haku's mask with a bloody smile painted on it. Like, he did draw a smile with Haku's blood. And he has Haku's severed head swinging by the hair, just, casually. Zabuza's eyes widen as he sees Haku's severed head, his mask with a bloody smile on it, worn by this person who he can't see his face. He can't see the face of Haku's killer, but he's clearly wearing a smile on it. Fucking mask. Just like Zabuza, blind rage, would rush towards Naruto, raising this executioner blade to swing down. Naruto would have tossed Haku's head up, which Zabuza for an instant stops. That instant, Naruto fused all 4 nature chakras into his palm. Not as a max charge output like he did in the Leaf Village, but, he shoots out that all-elemental blast. Well, 4 elemental blast. So, it shoots. What? It pierces, and, well, first, once it hits Haku's head, it completely just destroys it in front of Zabuza, which, that second of hesitation is what's coming down to him. Because, the momentum stopped in his sword, so his arm dropped. So he had to raise his arm back up to get the right type for the swing to kill Naruto. But he didn't have time for that, because the blast just, like the special beam cannon, goes through his heart, piercing the other side. Naruto, he chuckles a little bit as, Zabuza falls unconscious. Naruto would remove his mask as he's saying, as a ninja, you should be a tool, right? No emotions. But you clearly showed them right there. I get it. It's hard. It's really hard. To be a ninja, to be emotionless. But I'll ask you this, Zabuza. Not that I expect an answer from you. But, given your record, you could have just went into a different village. You could have abandoned your ambitions and actually harnessed this emotional attachment you had for Haku. A ninja has no emotions. A civilian does, though. So, do you understand the price you pay for trying to be both at the same time? As Naruto would launch a quick lightning zap to Zabuza's brain, shooting him right in the forehead. Zabuza's dead instantly. Kakashi's just like brutal. Tazuna's vomiting his lunch. Konohamaru and Sakura are both passed out. Both have pissed themselves out of fear. Sasuke, through the trauma of seeing Naruto be so fucking brutal, is just like one totem eyes. Just like, I am near death. Death is right there in front of me. No, I won't die. Sasuke starts hyperventilating. Naruto would disappear behind Sasuke, chopping him in the back of the neck, knocking him out. As Naruto's just like creating little wind tunnels not wind tunnels, but little wind tornadoes to carry Sasuke, Konohamaru, and Sakura. He tosses them into the lake. They wake up. They're like, blah, 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 blah. They can swim, so they're not going to drown. But they wake up. They're like, oh my god, what happened? Naruto's just like, bad guys are dead. We're going on. As, silence throughout the boat ride. Silence when they get into the house. But, Naruto admits, he'll be back. And they're like, what do you mean? He's saying he's gonna go travel, look throughout the village. Ask a few questions and figure out where this Donzo guy is. Not Donzo, Gato. My bad. As they're like, but that would get you, Tazuna stops, and Eri is just looking at his grandfather, just like, what do you mean? Say it, Dad. Say it, Granddad. It'll get him. He gets his mouth covered by Tazuna as he's saying, no, it won't. He looks at Naruto with a stern face. You're planning on it, aren't you? Killing Gato? Yeah, I am. Naruto says so casually. Kakashi's just like, Naruto, that's not part of the mission. Naruto's just like, your mission is to, keep Bridgeman safe while he builds the bridge, right? And the main threat to the bridge builder is this guy named Gato. So, since there is more than enough people here to watch him, his daughter, and his grandson, Nane. Ore. Chotto kurasai. Anyway. PogChamp. No. Keep reading. Bet. Be watching that now. Hell yeah, yes, I wanted this. Blah blah blah. Deco by 3. Blah 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 blah. Did it get the 300 likes, my guy? Hold up, let me check. Vibe Kage coming to you with the continuation of What If S. No, so let me just say. Actually, 300 likes. Hold up. First, say please. Second, anyway, I like messing with your mind. I do this every time. Oh, this is Blood on Me by Sudden Death and Slander. My bad. I do like this song a lot. Back to the What If. As like I was saying, Naruto pretty much tells him, as long as I have power, I can, go do this, so I will. Naruto leaves, which, it does annoy Kakashi that Naruto just casually walks away from him, which, he's just going like, oh, well, insubordination, I'm gonna get you back for this. That is until 5 minutes later, Naruto shows up with several scrolls, several scrolls filled with a fuck ton of cash, and then he straight up says, Gato's dead. He tells Tazuna and Inari that, and I forget her name a lot. What? I think it was Sumaki, 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 right? I think it was Sumaki, because the T should be silent. So Sumaki, Tazuna, and Inari, they all follow Naruto because Naruto's just like, yeah, no, we need to leave this place though. Why? Well, because we do. That makes no sense. Just follow me, damn it. Time skip. After a few minutes of Naruto literally carrying everyone with just pure fucking wind beams of chakra and tornadoes, which they're like, how do you have this much control? Naruto's just like, there's some water chakra mixed into it. That makes no sense. Naruto explains, he put more wind chakra than water chakra. Enough water chakra where he could shoot it out and then manipulate it. But the structure of the wind is what gives it its form. Now, shut the fuck up. His things work in spirals. That's just what he is. He's an Uzumaki. If they have a problem, call the hotline of 1-800-suck-a-dick. And they're like, what's a hotline? What? Oh. Yay. I love this guy. His videos are so lit. Now, back to the what if. As, Naruto shows them the empty Gato house. There was a smoldering giant pile of hash, and they're like, what was that? The bodies. The what? The bodies. All of the bodies. Naruto's just like, he, knocked them all out, but he killed them all out here by burning them and just pretty much torching them. He shows them the giant house, and, the safes are cleaned out, and Naruto's just like, oh, they were in the scrolls. Okay, so why'd you do that then? Naruto's just like, well, I want you guys to move in here, but, the money, this is for the village, and, Naruto pulls out a separate scroll. He's saying he already did the calculations for the A-rank mission that this would be, the pay that is, needed to cover what was already given for the C rank. And, well, the simple fact that they still have to be here for the bridge is just extra. Naruto saying, he'll send a clone back to the Leaf Village with a report about how they've already killed Gato. My bad. I really want to kill Danzo so much. But in this timeline, I'm actually making him somewhat of a decent person. Ow. My neck. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. That one hurt. Ouch. Ah, fucking hell. Back to the what if. You see, church soul have I become, keeps me safe and keeps me numb. Yeah. My bad. That's not what I was trying to do. Back to the what if. Like I was saying, you see, Naruto tells everyone that he wants them to move into here so they can be safe. Now, not that there was argument by them about how they shouldn't live in the house of someone who used to, kill people. It's just, is he sure? What do you mean, am I sure? Well, it's not like that we doubt you, great Naruto-sama. It's just, we're terrified. Ah, yes, I get it. Well, you should not be terrified to live in your new house. Really? Yeah. Gato's body was the first one I made sure to burn. It causes a weird sweat drop in the room, and they're like, in the bed you made. Hold up, no, I want this one. No. Yes.